there, my name is Genevieve and I am the sales director with ShopLiftr. I'm here to share with you some insight and information, talking a little bit about why the shift to digital pre-shop is so important for brands going into 2021. So as the futurist Jim Carroll expressed, we live in an era of acceleration where brands need agility and flexibility to quickly adapt with the fundamental and permanent changes that we saw this year. And into 2021, this is the time for brands to embrace that shift and the consumer behaviors that have come with it and make strategic plans to match that consumer behavior. Let me walk you through this presentation and information together so we can get a deeper dive into what this means. So what lessons have we learned from consumers over 2020? Well, they are spending less time at the grocery store and yet increasing their spend with each trip. They are constantly deal seeking, reviewing circulars more often, redeeming coupons, and switching brands and retailers to save money. And the most important factor to consider is that they are making most of their buying decisions prior to in-store or online. It's no surprise that the stay-at-home mandates allowed the online grocery market velocity to surge. In fact, it's actually doubled in the last 2 years. This has forced both retailers and the brands to consider an e-commerce presence. While consumers are shopping online more and engaging in deal-seeking activities, they are also responding to personalized and relevant messaging, those that convey the attitude of comfort, security, familiarity, and safety. We've identified that consumers are making buying decisions prior to going in-store or online, but how are they doing it? Print and digital circulars are being reviewed with much more frequency than pre-COVID, allowing consumers to compare prices at multiple retailers. They are responding in spades to trade promotions and coupons. Armed with this information at their fingertips, they make shopping lists based on their findings before venturing out to shop. In some categories, we are seeing basket size per trip double, if not triple, year over year. And while supply chain issues have leveled out for many brands, responding to immediate in-store availability should still be top of mind as consumers have trouble locating products. What's important to note is that 80% of consumers still prefer the brick and mortar experience over online. It is important to drive in-store sales to capture mindshare and to grow sales lift. Let's take a look at how in-store continues to thrive. The ability for customers to touch, feel, and see products along their path to purchase is important. Customers enjoy the in-store experience to be able to buy immediately and impulsively, respond to driven in-store promotions, and avoid delivery fees. One thing is evident. Brands need to adapt to an omnichannel approach of advertising to respond to consumers who have broadened their horizons in an omnichannel way to shop and to deal seek. How can CPG brands and retailers optimize their strategies to align with these consumer trends? Well, first, do you know your audience? Their motivations, their buying habits, if they're going to the gym after shopping, do they buy your competitors' products? Do they have children? Do they have multiple children? Are they buying other products while they purchase yours? This is the time to get clinical. Leverage detailed consumer, purchase, and location data to build out consumer sets that will buy your brand and then speak to them. It's inevitable that consumers will respond to advertising. They respond in greater frequency with real, tangible results to highly personalized, relevant messaging that evokes emotion or demands action. The days of generic brand messaging will no longer capture the mindshare of consumers. Bottom line, by bringing awareness to your brand, how can you help to maintain loyalty, negate attrition, and spur new adoption of your products? Speaking of loyalty, how do you create and promote it? Consumers are much more likely to switch to brands for not only value and savings, but for what they represent in this changing landscape. Emphasis on comfort and security within the home and outside of it. Sustainability practices and efforts demonstrated in packaging and in production. Beyond safety and comfort, familiarity reinforces consumer trust. This is at the center of it all, as buying decisions are largely emotionally based. Once you've established your ideal consumer sets and narrowed in on targeted messaging, how are you getting in front of them? Well, media consumption is surging right now. Regardless of age or marital status, education or employment, consumers are generally glued to a device throughout most of their working day and personal life. Digital display advertising is a medium in which brands can capture the attention at the right time along the path to purchase. Layer in isolation through the power of geo-targeting, and you have a winning combination. Employing digital display tactics means that once the impression bid is won and the consumer is primed for your message, it's time for you to drive them to action. So how are you going to cut through the clutter? Incentives are amongst the top ways to get consumers to add your products to their shopping list. Amplifying current trade promotions at local retailers in real time is an effective means to call out immediate savings on a product or brand that already resonates with the chosen audience. Offering a coupon continues to be effective. In fact, consumers state that they feel more savvy and smarter when they apply discounts and coupons. On top of that, they are more willing to try a brand or product that is entirely new. Tying the data on trends and behaviors to effective strategies, it is clear. Consumers are deal-seeking, reviewing circulars and redeeming offers, shopping less but spending more, and are online nearly all of the time. At ShopLiftr, we merge the offline and online experience to bridge the right consumers with the right message in the right context at the right time for unparalleled results and true sales lift. 2021 is the time for brands to make smart choices, and ShopLiftr is the ideal digital marketing solution for brands and retailers alike to adapt with the changing times without losing mindshare. So this leaves us with only one outstanding question. Are you ready to give your campaign a lift? If you want a copy of the PDF, it is in the comments below. As always, please follow us on both YouTube as well as LinkedIn. We appreciate the support. Also, you can reach out to us at any time for a custom demo and more about our capabilities. I am personally looking forward to connecting with many of you over the course of this year. If you have any feedback on comments on future presentations, do not hesitate to reach out. Until then, see you next time.